man yet? What do you got one? Hey, where you going? Oh, class 22. Sweet. I'm gonna look inside. Okay. What do you like? Oh, look at those. Hey, I've always wanted to be in a class 22. And here I am.
And now we talk about tank nerds. Yeah, I made a pretty good discussion here about tanks and people who are nerds, and, you know, Rodent being a nerd. And also called him some kind of name. I think it was Bunny or something. I don't really remember. And I said something about you don't have to do anything with the tank here, which was a complete lie, because you do have to do something with the tank here. You see that door there? You gotta blow it up with the tank, and the tank's very hard to control when you first get it. So that's what I'm doing here. I just don't know what I'm doing. And I was like, whoa, I don't know how to ride a tank. That's crazy. But you just blow that up. And you see I got issue with the zoom. And you blow up the door. And kaboom. The biohazard looking door. Yeah, I'm sure that means nothing. Right? Huh? Yeah, that's right. It means nothing. No, I'm just kidding. There's not a cutscene there. I was being quiet, making you think there would be. And this is where I'm like, oh, this stuff, that's a spider there. And I'm like, oh, you better watch out. But I'm a cocky son of a gun, so I try to go by without dropping to the ground, though it doesn't work out very well. And then I just make an excuse. I'm like, hey, that's just me testing what happens when you touch the green stuff. Don't touch the green stuff. It's bad, and that will happen to you. So it was just a, you know, test. And then I'm all like, hey, here's another spider. I'm just going to let it blow me up, because that's another test. And then I dropped in the Then I dropped in the green stuff again. Like, oh man, it's a crazy squirrel there. There he is. Yeah, you know, Conkers like.
Well, hopefully that opened the door on the outside. But whatever it's done, I think it's one of those let's leg it moments.
The funny thing about this is, it says it's a let's leg it moment by Conker, and he says it like that, and then the music goes da 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 da. Jaws is in the house, gonna eat your soul. But you know what happens here? That was a hard beat. What happens here is I get in the green, and he's just like walking like it's water. So I'm kind of curious. No, I only had one chocolate, so I didn't want to test it there. Could you just like walk there? Like, it's no big deal. It's just acid. No, I mean, yeah, nothing. Yeah. But then again, when you go back in there, it's all flooded. Not that you'd ever want to go back in there. There's no point in it. It's just a big, long hall corridor, and yeah, that's that. And I got some chocolate because I was dying. You don't want to, you know, when you're dying, it's pretty common you need to eat your chocolate. Chocolate has antioxidants in it, and it saves you from dying because it releases something in your heart, and it does something good to it. And this is where I'm talking about how easy this is going to be, because I've done it before. But it wasn't easy. I'll tell you this right now. This is where it gets a little confusing with my commentary, post-commentary. And I shoot that pretending like, hey, that's all you got to do. But it's not all you got to do. This game is a B game, which doesn't mean it's a B quality. It means you gotta press B a lot, and that's what this game promises. And then I make a joke about how this Teddy is defying gravity and how I want to kill him for that reason alone, not because he's an enemy, just because he's defying gravity. And haha, it was hilarious. It was more funny at the time because it was all in the moment. It was there, and you felt that I meant it. Now it's just like, oh, well, I said this thing, and I thought it was pretty funny. And then you're going to be like, that's not funny. I'll be like, well, I thought it was pretty funny, so I'll run over this Teddy, because I thought that's pretty funny. And I'm like, oh, man, what is going on? They're blowing me up. I didn't know they could do that in the tank. Oh, he blew his other up. Oh, gosh. Look at all the explosions going on. And now I'm, like, freaking out, because I'm like, I don't know how to drive a tank. Oh, tank driving. I did this quite a lot. I think that thing says X-Play on the back. What the heck? So it was like a shout out to X-Play back when it was popular. It might still be popular. I don't know. I don't really have that channel anymore, so I can't really say whether or not it is or not. But anyway, I am like so into this post commentary. I'm hopped up on the monsters, and I'm just got done watching Aqua Teen Hunger Force, so I think it could be pretty funny, pretty hilarious at this moment. It's gonna be a good time. That thing's gonna shoot, but it ain't gonna stay. And that's where I made my mistake. I'm like, oh, it's safe now. I ain't gotta worry about nothing. It ain't nothing now. And then I don't even jump there. Yeah, that was great. See, this is the tough part. I don't know what I'm going to commentary here, because a lot of this was me dying. And there's going to be a lot of editing, so I'm going to be editing my commentary track as well as editing the video and the commentary track and, you know, everything together. I'm not going to do that today, so you probably won't get this video until, like, Saturday or whatever. One of those days you'll get it. I don't have internet, so I'm probably gonna have to like convert it to an iPod and go to a place where I can steal their internet and upload it from my iPod or something. So that should be fun. And the videos are gonna. Oh, that's another thing I'm gonna mention. This video is gonna be pretty short. It's gonna be really short, and it's gonna be uploaded in parts, or I'm gonna edit it a real lot, and it's gonna be really short because I don't have good internet anymore, and I can't really upload long videos. So you're gonna be seeing less long videos, but hopefully you're going to be seeing videos from me, because I know it's been a while since I've uploaded a video, and I'm not going to let that rest. I admit it. I'm like the Siphon of bad Let's Plays, in the way that I take forever to upload a bad Let's Play. Look at that guy fly. He flew like he was full of stuffing, which he is, but he's not a turkey. He's a teddy. It reminds me, you know, Wellington Bear. What if Wellington Bear was the one who influence these teddies' creation? Wouldn't that be awesome? Oh, this part is memorable. You see, I go and do the anvil thing, and it's like, nope, no you're not, and it shoots me off instead. It was truly funny. It was a good time for us all. And then drop down again. And how many lives do I have? 82. Let's keep a count. Okay, let's play a game. I just had this idea. We're gonna play a game. Whoever comments a video saying how many lives I'm gonna have at the end of the war chapter, if you get it right, you get to pick the next sport game that I play when I do the Let's Mess with Sports or F with Sports, you know, randomly. You get to pick the game. It has to be a PlayStation. No, not PlayStation. No, don't make it a PlayStation. It has to be an N64 game or a Nintendo game, because those are the only emulators I own. But you pick the sports game, and I'll play it. That's why we're gonna. That's what you get. The person who gets the exact number. Okay, there's not gonna be any close or almost or just barely was there. You gotta have the exact number that I am on when I finish the war chapter. How many lives am I gonna have? After I finish the war chapter, you have to have the exact number, and if you care enough to comment, and you get that right, you get to pick the next game that I do when I do a Let's F with Sports, because I already know what game I'm gonna play next. I'm not letting you choose that. And I don't even know how many people are going to comment this. How many people are going to comment this? I don't know. Oh, I had to go back because I missed one like a dummy. And I'm like, oh, derp, I missed one like a dummy. And you caught up on what happened there. And you're probably just saying, like, you missed one, you dummy. And now I told you, but it's really hard to move my tank back, so I think I died soon after I do that. But yeah, you get to choose the next sports thing. Does anybody even remember me doing that? It's been so long since I finished a game. I don't even think anybody remembers I did that whole thing where after I finish a game I do a Let's F with Sports. Though technically the games that I finished already weren't really games. I mean, the only game that I really like, well, no, I haven't finished any game. This is the only real game I've done. Not just talking about like hacks and stuff. I'm talking more about the stuff that I did that was like 2-3 videos long. Like really short, really small, really easy hacks that even I had trouble with. Oh yeah, I remember this part. I lost my tank. And I'm like, oh no, I lost my tank. Whatever will I do? I'll shoot this teddy and then I'll figure it out. But then he blows me up and I'm like, oh no, son. It's on now. Like, you don't even know. I'm going to take your butt down to Donkey Town. And I shoot him. I'm like, bam, shot you through a teddy. I'm so hardcore. I'm like a war vet. I'm good at Call of Duty, except I'm totally not good at Call of Duty. And then I'm like, I don't know, what can I do here? Does my tank come back when I should have realized, yes, it does, dummy, because the doors are open and the doors close after you bring the tank. I guess this game didn't consider that, I mean, did consider that you would lose your tank like a dummy. And I was like, oh, good, they considered that, because I don't want to die because I lost my tank like an idiot. But yeah, that's the goal. If you don't have the exact number, then nobody gets nothing. I only got like 2 people who comment, so honestly, and then I fall there. Because, why the heck not? There was no reason to fall there, except I fell. So, that's fun. Now this part, we're going to do something different. Because this part, I planned on speeding up, because I did a lot of video already, and blah 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 blah, and I was like, okay, I've done this over and over again. So I played a song. Not a real song, but I made a song about tanks and blowing things up and tanks and going to the bathroom and all that. So I'm going to do that again. This part's going to be sped up. This is the plan that was the plan already in the planning. So we're going to keep the plan as the plan, and we're going to do it right now. In 3, 2, 1. I hope it's not strained, because I really don't have the song in mind. And I'm not really feeling like I'm in the game. And I don't even know if this is sped up yet. But here we go.
Oh, let's ride a tank into it. There's a person, no, I'll tell you where to go with the teddy carnival. I'm gonna shoot a teddy point right in the chest. He's gonna blow up into 1,000,000 pieces, yes. So now I'm gonna run over this guy, cause I'm gonna do this with a tank like I saw his own friend. It's not very nice of him. What a price to me, cause I am happy now that I am blown up the place that I never really knew. If you know the gate tearing at the top, and the top is great, the song isn't though, because the last one that I sang was a lot better than this. I'm gonna jump in the tank eventually. I'm gonna tank and jump in eventually. I keep reading the new stuff and I just change the tempo of the song. What the heck am I doing? Am I crazy? Every time I look up in the sky, I see a turret shooting at me. And I look back down, I see something brown. It's a teddy throwing a bomb at me.
And now we're at new stuff, so I'll stop singing. That was some bad singing. I'm pretty sure I did better when I did the video, but that's what happens when you don't do things smart. I really should have checked the Turtle Beach thing. See, this is why I don't really like post commentary. I feel like my commentary now, even though I have more time to think and I'm just watching a video, I feel like my commentary now is just yeah. But here's the last bit. Well, not really the last bit, but the second to last bit, and bam. Look at that. It's teetering. How it's not falling, I don't know. I mean, it's really got a good support. Those teddies scared the crap out of me. I'm like, whoa, 3 teddies? You crazy game. I can't keep up. And then I'm like, yo, that guy's like being rude. So I'm trying to jump in my tank, and I can't jump in the tank. It's not reading my tank, and then I crush that guy. And then I'm like, I got an idea. I'll blow these fudgers up. Pow, they blow up. Pow, he blows up. It was a beautiful thing at the time. And now, one last thing to do is blow this sucker up. Kaboom. Kapow. I think this video was like 30 minutes. I don't know what I'm going to do about editing-wise, but we'll see. Yay! Boom! And it made a very perfect hole that we're going to go in. And it made a very perfect pole that we're going to climb on. And that's how the game works. And this is where I go into a thing where I'm like, you know, TV shows and games particularly, they always have things work out, you know, like every time something happens bad, something always happens good, or there's something that happened earlier that's going to come into play later, and you don't really see that in real life. I don't know what that's all about. And this is where the video's coming to an end, and I'm like, oh man, there's a hole there, what's in there? We're going to tell you next time. And I'm like, oh my god, there's a teddy over there, look at that teddy. Let's watch that teddy, look over there, and then the teddy's like, defy gravity, and then he's like, disappears. I'm like, whoa, hold the phones, hold the bowls, stop eating your cereal. That dude just disappeared, and then he came back, and then he came back, and he disappeared. And then I'm all like, hey, write a creepypasta about that.